When they married, they set out not just to run for political office and direct the CIA and serve in all those different ways, but also to give something of significance to the country. One of the reasons literacy was passionate and personal for her was that her son Neil was dyslexic. She saw the impact on him. She knew how important it was that our young people be able to read and that their families could read so that they could achieve the American dream. Barbara Bush always managed to keep things in perspective. She was a strong personality, no doubt about it, but she also could laugh, and most of all she could laugh at herself. You know, the three things that she's credited for are love, literacy, and levity. And the levity is really important to understanding her personality because people would come to her and ask her to do things all the time and volunteer, and she would say, "Me? Volunteer? I've never worked a day in my life. I've never held a job." What she meant by that, of course, was that she had never received an official paycheck. But of course she contributed in so many ways, volunteered in so many capacities to make America a better place. She was a great First Lady, and just we're so much the poorer not to have her anymore. I think one of Barbara Bush's greatest legacies is revealed in a very important speech she gave when she went back to Wellesley and gave the 1990 commencement address. She said, "You need to live for something that's greater than yourself. If you live for something that's greater than yourself, then you will make solid contributions to our society and develop yourself in the process. And out of those two things, you will have a sense of joy." Barbara Bush always wanted young Americans to feel a sense of joy in their capacities and what they could do and give to others. Barbara Bush made a priority of her family and her friends, and she was fiercely loyal to them. You didn't want to disappoint her. But she always emphasized that it didn't matter so much if you closed another deal or you got another A on a test or got a job promotion. Really what would count at the end of the day was that you were loyal and you were there for your family and your friends. And boy, did she demonstrate that through her entire life. I remember the first time I met her, she just had such a direct way with you. She would look you right in the eye, and when she spoke with you, you knew she was present there for you. And that was when I was an 11-year-old kid. And then I met her again when George Bush was running for office. I believe it was the 1992 election. And he came to Michigan and brought Barbara with him. And she was, again, just wonderful. I mean, she was really, I hate to say it, a bigger hit than he was. One got the impression that if Barbara Bush put on that bright blue dress of hers and put on her pearls, that she would steal the show with just a few lines. She had that kind of presence. She had that kind of gravitas, but combined with a gracious sense of levity that just made people feel great around her. She looked you right in the eye. She made you feel as if you were the only person in the room. She was just as funny as could be, and she was the boss. You always knew she was the boss in any situation. Barbara Bush came from a family that was very much service-oriented, and she married into a family. When the Pierces and the Bushes got together, she married into a family that was also very service-oriented. So for them, politics was not just about running for office and winning elections. For them, politics was about public service. It was what they could do for the American people. And that's one of her great legacies. That's a legacy that we continue to honor this day, and we will honor for as long as this country exists.